Hello, my name is Baldry and this is my evaluation for my AS Media Foundation portfolio. For this unit I have decided to tackle the print brief because I wanted to learn more about the production and distribution of music magazines. My primary and secondary research influenced my genre choice because I found the most popular genre within my target audience was hip hop. My primary target audience I had to attract, address and represent were UK straight males aged 16 to 25 years in social grades B to E who listen to hip hop music. I attracted my audience by making sure my media language would appeal to this demographic and by using stereotypes my audience would find attractive. In terms of stereotyping, hip hop artists are generally stereotyped as rebellious criminals who come from less privileged backgrounds before making it big as music artists. This stereotype works with my target audience as they can relate to what theorist Keith Gandel in 2007 called the rags to riches story, as they can gain inspiration from artists who used to be in the same position to them when they were younger and have used music to build a career away from crime. The rebellious image also works to attract the audience as it follows Hall's 1904 theory that youth seek excitement through rebellious and sometimes criminal behaviour. I made sure all my media language connoted these stereotypes and will now discuss this, along with how I followed real media conventions in more detail. The image I have used on my front cover is a close-up of a male who fits hip-hop conventions as he is the right gender, age and ethnicity to fit genre stereotypes. Also, to represent my target audience, I made sure in terms of mise-en-scène, he wore the right fashion for the genre. The target audience, as they are the same gender and age as them, giving them someone to aspire to. My mise-en-scène choices on my cover create a rebellious dark tone as I have dressed my star in black, used dark lighting and have got my star to look seriously at the camera. This fits with Hall's 1904 theory of youths being rebellious, depressed criminals and fits the hip-hop genre, meaning my audience will feel represented for these two reasons by the mise-en-scène. My mise-en-scène choices on my content and double work in similar ways to represent the audience, as I have chosen fashion and lighting that represents youth as rebellious troublemakers while following the hip-hop genre convention. The number of images I have used follows the conventions of stereotypical hip-hop magazines such as XXL. Following the common conventions of a hip-hop magazine and only using one image per page allows the image to stand out clearly and catch the reader's attention while clearly connoting the genre. My colour palette across the cover, content and double page spread uses black, white, red and grey. I chose these colours as my audience requested them in the SurveyMonkey and they fit the genre conventions of hip hop. These colours represent young males as they are masculine and aggressive colours that connote youth in a way that fit Oscar's 1998 theory where he says youth can be represented as trouble and fun. My layout choices on my cover, content and double page spread all follow the conventions I saw in hip hop magazines like XXL and Source. On my cover I have followed conventions by using a medium close-up image to cover the majority of the cover space, and I have positioned my text also the left side with a masthead at the top. On my contents page I have done something similar to the cover, as the medium shot covers most of the right side of the page, while the content is down the left side. While on my double page spread, I have followed conventions by positioning my image taking up one half of the spread, and I have put the text on the other side. I did this to represent and attract my male target audience, as males are stereotypically drawn to ordered masculine looking layouts that make the text and images easy to read. My typography and lexis choices on my cover, content and double page spread follow hip-hop conventions, as I've used modern masculine rebellious fonts and words from the semantic field of hip-hop and informal language to connote the magazine will represent the needs of the audience for an entertaining, informative read that will give them all up-to-date coverage of their music genre in language that they find interesting. On the cover and content, I have made sure I mention a wide range of hip-hop artists represent different tastes in my target audience. My double-page spread article works in a similar way to attract the target audience, and as I have chosen to do an article on the top hip-hop hits of 2015. My masthead, Bars Today, links to the genre and youth stereotypes, as bars could connote music bars, pubs or prison bars, all of which work with Hall's youth stereotypes and will therefore attract the audience to the magazine. I also follow conventions by including a barcode, price, date and issue number of the cover, and by using page numbers on the double page spread. Overall, I think I have successfully followed hip-hop genre conventions, as my magazine products look professional and right for the audience. However, if I had more time, I would improve all 3 pages of my magazine, including making sure all of my images are of very high quality, and all 3 of my pages match all the conventions of a hip-hop magazine. I would also focus more on the colour palette and make sure I choose the colours used on my page more carefully. I would improve this in order to make sure all my pages are as professional as possible.